Okay, I had a question from one of my YouTube viewers, sharondieben. You had asked me about a relationship, and really wasn't expecting these cards to come up. Of course, it all depends. Actually, it works out really, really great as far as number wise because I have a 20 and I have a 9. Now, the 29, 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 is like a psychic number, a lot of psychic emotional type connection with it, but you break it down, it's 1 plus 2, and number 2, of course, deals with relationships. So, makes perfect sense. This reading is about a relationship. Now, what I got here is, first of all, I got the Queen of Wands, or Swords, I'm sorry. Queen of Swords, and I think this represents you, and I also think it may have some other representation of things that's happened in the past. The central card here I have is the Judgment card. Okay, I use my Robin Hood deck here, and I've got these facing me. And the final card I have is the Nine of Swords, and it's reversed. Okay, by taking a look at this reading, first of all, I really feel that this right here represents you, this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is always somebody who uh, the first thing I get is someone who's been hurt. Somebody who's been hurt in the past, and I don't know about your relationship that you did ask about. If it's a previous relationship, which definitely is also representative of the central card here. It's something that's basically been laying dormant for a while, and it's rejuvenating when that Judgment card shows up, and especially that being a very central card. It's also something that happens very, very quickly with that Judgment card. So I actually seen the comment yesterday. By now, you may already have your answer. I don't know, because when this happens, it happens quick. When that Judgment card shows up for me with a relationship reading, but the Queen of Swords is usually about a woman who's alone. You've been hurt in the past, and I don't know if with the particular relationship you're talking about, if you were hurt by him or vice versa. But I really feel that you have been through basically bad relationships where you've been hurt to where basically you've kind of shut down the emotions, and now you're thinking with your head more than with your heart. Somebody who's very has a very strong will, also intelligent, that does right now. One thing about this is right decisions that I get with this right here. Another thing that kind of brings me up is a question about and it's different than actually communicating with somebody when you're doing a reading, but maybe in the past if there was a connection, because there can also be a mother figure type that may have been involved in the relationship that did create issues, somebody that was very harsh and so forth. I'm not sure if that would be on your side or on his side, but I feel that is a possibility that there was an interference with a mother previously. Either way, as I said, this is somebody who's been hurt in the past. Somebody who's I think a lot of the energy from the hurt from your relationships and everything, you've turned more into looking at career and different things in that manner to focus that energy on, because of a lot of the pain and stuff going through. So right now, also, you're thinking with your head, you're thinking very logical, which makes great connection with this Judgment card. Central card is the Judgment card here, and usually on a Rider-Waite deck or most decks, it'll be it'll show an archangel, Gabriel, with his horn blowing, and people rising out of graves from their dead. From the dead. It's basically their calling. But this here shows the Phoenix, and the Phoenix is rising from the ashes finally. With that Judgment card there. Now, the Judgment card in your situation seems to represent, for one, it is a rejuvenating card, okay, of something that's been lying dormant, which I've already stated. So this is definitely a question about rejuvenating a relationship from 30 years ago, okay. Definitely a strong connection there. But with that Judgment is something, like I said, when this comes up, it's going to happen quick. Okay, you may already have your answers, especially I'll get the communication that's going on here between, because both these cards are about talking and about communication. And with this final card here showing up, It's, you may already have your answer now. I'm not sure, but it's going to happen very, very quickly. And I think this is because you are going to step forward. You're going to you basically come out and say, "Hey, this is the way it's going to be, and I need to know, and I need to know now." So I can move on with my life. And no matter what happens with that judgment card, usually when something happens, it's basically finalizes it. As this is like a rising, like yeah, basically a death, and then moving on to another level. And once you've moved on, it becomes permanent. Okay. So anyway, with that judgment card there, that this card is about you know. Summing up, and that's also about healing. Okay, so the difficulties and issues from the past, and especially with all these swords and stuff that I see around here, showing a lot of hurt, a lot of maybe your heart being cut and so forth. You know what I mean? Um, this is a healing card, so there's a lot of things, the issues and so forth from the past with this. That now that you're older, you're more mature, things have changed, and you're able to heal. But the only thing is, it seems that you've become cold here in this situation here. Um, but this is basically also, it's about growing up. Things that you've grown up, he's grown up, things have changed. A lot has changed. But this is basically a phoenix rising from its ashes right here in this card. Now, the thing that comes with this card is a decision. There's a decision that has to be made, and this decision is going to make uh, basically whatever decision is made on this, it's basically going to be permanent or final. Okay, and I think what it is, you're seeking the answers, and you're basically going to come out and say this is the way it is, and this is the way it's going to be. And whatever his response is to that, if it's a move forward with it, it's going to be fast. It's going to be quick. There's not going to be any mess around when this card, that judgment card, comes up, because this always brings major life changes with that judgment card. Now, also, if it's a no, boom, that's it, that's done, it's over with. Okay, that's the way it's going to be. And for one, you can't have any lies. You're looking for complete honesty. I want the truth. I want honestly how things are going to go. Are you going to leave the situation you're in and let's get on with this, or not? And that's exactly the way it should be, especially with this right here. Now, again, like I said, there's no matter what, it's going to change the relationship. It's going to change the relationship, and it's going to be something that's going to change. There's a cycle in life that is ending, and it's ending permanently. Okay. Um, I get again, like I said, is that choice and that decision that you make. And with these two cards next to each other, and especially with this judgment card, what I really uh, seem to feel with that is the fact that you already know the answer. Okay, you already know the answer to this, and the whole thing is, you know it on a deeper level. Something that's calling you and pulling you, and you know it. You're thinking very, very clearly. On both of these are thinking clearly, seeing things clearly, and you're thinking very logical instead of with your heart. Following emotions. You're looking at the situation, saying, "Okay, you basically know where that situation is going already." The thing is to make that choice. Okay, you have to make that choice on which direction, and it's going to be quick. And this final card here tells me that there's been a lot of worry and upsets over in the past, but now you're at a point where you're no longer worried about it, because it's reversed. This is the worry card. Somebody staying up late at night and all that, but it come up reverse. And when it comes up reverse, it's telling me that those worries are over. The things that has weighed on your mind about this relationship and about it moving on and so forth is basically over. So it may have already happened. I mean, especially this being a nighttime card, this could have happened last night, and I'm just now getting the reading done to it. So I really don't know about that situation, especially with this card sitting next to it, meaning this is going to happen very, very quickly. You're going to be able to make a decision on which direction you want to go. Now, one thing I do want to bring up, because some of the feelings that I get with this is the fact that you need to take a look at a rebound situation. Okay, if this is a person that is in a situation and basically looking for somebody else to basically make them feel better, that may not be a good a good deal, you know. Um, and you know this. You understand this. You see what's going on. I think you've got this very clear in your head and see what's going on. Um, so it'll be your choice on what happens with that entire situation. But the reason I say that is because what I call, basically it's a rebound, but usually because of it's a natural cycle for somebody to come along in your life when you're going through difficulties, especially relationship wise, who's basically a cushion or like a sponge. They take up that hurt and that some of that pain away from you, and um, they cushion you, make you feel better. But 9 times out of 10, that person is not someone that you should be in a relationship with. Usually what happens is those type of situations seem to basically, after it's done and over, wear off, and then either the next person or so on down the line turns out to be somebody that you're happy and comfortable with. Okay, so I don't know if you yourself have been recently in a bad situation, and basically he's a cushion for you, and vice versa, that he's in a bad situation currently and trying to get out of it, and you're a cushion for him. This is something you really need to take a look at. Also, I think something that you see. You're looking at this, like I said, on a more rational level. Right now, you're able to see things clearly, very rationally. So this choice is going to be up to you more than anything. You asked me, and I expected the cards to give me more of a clear answer on that. Basically, they're telling me that you've already basically made your choice. You made your decision. It's going to change your entire life. Direction and path that you're going in with that judgment card there. There's a renewal, brand new type of life that comes about. So, whatever choice you make with that is definitely going to change things, and usually when this card comes up, it's going to change things for the better with that judgment card. It's basically like um, all the hurt and difficulty and past, the rejuvenation, it's up. You're feeling up again. And this, even though this card is represented by Pluto, which is a transformation, once that hurt and everything's over with, that transformation, you're at a better place. You're at a higher vibration. You feel good. You're a lot better. So, and again, like I said, this choice, I think, is basically, it's up to you which direction, because I'm not showing a male here, so I think it's up to you. And with that reversed, maybe that's what he was waiting on. I'm waiting for you to make your decision. So now the worries and everything are over with that Nine of Swords that comes up reversed. Usually, and also with that Nine of Swords, when it is upright, usually all your worries that you really worry about and so forth, your biggest fears and your biggest worries, basically they're a lot of times they're in your head. They don't turn out to be as bad as you previously thought. But with this being reversed, this is telling me this is hope and good news. The nightmare's over. Okay, so if your true desire is to mend this, which it shows as mending and coming back together in this relationship, you're having a lot of faith, you're having a lot of trust. Depressive situation is over with. I definitely think, with that being the final card showing up there, you feel good about yourself again. Like I said, out of that depression, you feel like somebody wants you again, with that showing up. And also, this is a healing card, just as this is a healing card. So, and this says time has healed things, time has healed the wounds, and so forth. And the same with this, something that's been dormant and laying for a long time, it's rejuvenated, it's brought back out. So the difficulties that you had before, now again, like I said, there could be a woman that was involved there. It was very harsh and very cold, maybe a mother figure or something that is connected to this situation. But either way, this is basically telling me that there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is something that you really want, and you're going for it. It's going to happen. This is the reality of it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I really would love for you to get back in touch with me. Connect with me on Facebook, on Hermit's Vision, HermitsVision, Hermit's Vision on Facebook. You can comment here on YouTube. A lot of times I'll miss the messages on YouTube. And then I have to go and try to look them up. It's just easier on Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, I really would. As far as my Twitter account, I really don't watch my Twitter account that much. I'm just not a Twitter person. But I check Facebook every day, several times a day. communicate with a lot of people on there. So keep me informed on what's going on, because this looks really, really good. Again, like I said, this is your decision, and this is your fears, your worries, everything being over with, and this is rejuvenating of something that's has lain dormant for a long time in your life. This looks really, really good for you. So keep in touch. Let me know. Really thank you for your question. And like I said, I'll be waiting to see what happens, because this should be soon. This is going to happen very, very quickly. And yeah, I expect to be hearing back from you soon. I appreciate it.